welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a pen pal art journal video with my friend Jenny from Jenny Fincher. I will leave her channel linked below and also her video where she created this gorgeous page. In case you would like to check that out, you can go ahead over and do that. The prompts that I gave her were blue and splatters, and this is what she came up with, and I am absolutely in love with the page. I'm going to have to take a picture of it and put it in my journal. So yeah, the prompts that she gave me this time were shimmer and dots. So without further ado, let's get into today's journal page. Alrighty guys, so I am just pulling out some spray inks because I felt like getting a little messy. I use some inks from both Tim Holtz and Dylusions. I used Abandoned Coral and Calypso Teal, and I believe I also used a Tim Holtz Evergreen Bough. And I just made a messy background. And then I really wanted to draw an eye. I just was feeling it. Didn't really have anything to do with the prompt she gave me, but that's okay. So I just pulled out a piece of textbook paper. And I just went to town, drawing on it. Right now I'm using a Sketch and Wash pencil, but I do switch between that and my Stabilo. I was trying to draw an eye similar to the one on the right, because I have two photos there, so the photo on the right. Obviously I didn't want to make it exactly the same, but I thought it was a good base. Here I am just pulling out some of my watercolors, adding some gray to create some more shadow. And then you can see I accidentally put my paper up against the book, which was still drying, so I got a little blue on there, which didn't bother me. And I threw some green into the eyeball and used some white watercolor to add some highlights in. So now I'm going in with some of my Distress Oxide in the black soot color and just kind of making some circles. I guess the circles was my dot prompt. Yeah, I think they're the same thing. I hope so. I hope Jenny thinks that too, because I am pretty sure that's what I did. But anyway, so I just added some of that Tim Holtz oxide to the eye for extra shading because I didn't know what to do with the extra ink. And I'm using some Jane Davenport Magic Wand pencils to add extra shading. I really like using that purple for shading. And now I'm just adding in some eyelashes. I really like how this eyeball came out in the end. And that's just some Sharpie paint pen and Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen. More shading. I actually liked this eye so much that I photocopied it because I want to use it over and over again. So this is the photocopy, and then I found a piece of acetate that I really want to use. Oh, the acetate has dots on it. Good job, Leanne. So the acetate has dots on it, and I used this awesome diamond stencil that Jenny sent me along with the journal. We send little bits to each other, so that was very generous of her to give me that stencil. So I used it to cut out some shapes from the acetate. So I stuck all those down, and then shimmer was the other thing, and I have this rock candy Tim Holtz glitter that I admittedly have probably used maybe once or twice since I got it like 3 years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, not quite sure. But yeah, it's kind of one of those supplies that I really like having, so I don't want to get rid of, but I don't use very often. So I was really happy to break it out during this prompt and put it to some good use. And it's really pretty when it dries. And then part of my One Book July challenge is to use my stuff from Coco Daisy. And one of the things that was in this kit was some sequins, which is also something I never use, and I thought it went well with the shimmer. And I'm really liking the galaxy type looking background, and I don't know, it just seemed really cool. So I'm using some matte medium and those sequins and sticking them on. I didn't really have a rhyme or reason as to where I put them. I just kept adding them until I felt like it was good, and then I stopped. So then I let that dry, and I went back in with a Sharpie paint pen and wrote a quote, "Shine like the entire universe belongs to you," which I thought was cool, and it kind of went with my little galaxy theme there. My paint pen did do like the splatter leak thing a few times, but it is what it is. So yeah, that is all I do for this journal page, you guys. Please do not forget to check out Jenny's channel below and the video that she did creating the page for me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.